Don't speak what you don't understand. The truth is not in your command. Don't shout about what you think is fake. The decision isn't yours to make. Don't lie about the way things are. Tall tales will take you very far. Don't scoff when they say it's the end. In this life you know you can't pretend. The days pass by, they've set in stone. But it's not too late now for you to change your tone. Don't speak. Don't speak. Open your soul. Don't harden your heart.
Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. It is March 27th, and it is just after 5. Hello, William. Hey, Lorraine, Miriam. Good to see you. Hey, George and Diana. So I want to make this brief because it's been a really long week for me, and I'm actually quite exhausted. I didn't get until late last night, but we had a really good week with all of you helping out up in Albany. Thanks to everyone that came up and supported trying to educate people on our legislation. Thanks to Laura. Thank you, Laura. I see you here. Thanks to Evelyn and Mary and Evie and Michelle Keller, all for the work that you did in helping us out upstate. Sal Pepitone, who brought a group of retirees on another bus from Staten Island and Hudson Valley, or NYPD and FDNY. Thank all of you. Next time for Sal's bus, Sal, if you're listening, and I will reach out to you, I want to make sure that we have the emails of all of your attendees, because it would definitely have helped, even if they couldn't have made the training sessions, that at least they had the documents, or that we could have called a last minute meeting to educate them. So every time we do these, we learn a little bit more about how to make them a little bit better. We fix a couple of things, and then we come up with a couple of other hiccups. Also, timing also tends to be an issue, but we seem to do okay, and I wasn't really too worried about it. I think all in all, we did definitely educate a lot of people. Hi, problems with site. Hopes this, yes, this is coming through fine. And I know Facebook is doing some updates and there's some glitches, but I just posted this and I didn't have a problem, and I'm seeing it across all my socials. George, I went back and took an x-ray. They took my Medicare card, but not my emblem. I'm in Florida. So George, your emblem plan should be in your emblem plan should be in your Medicare account. If you log into your Medicare account, go to your Medicare.gov, your senior care information should be in there. And Medicare will bill and then send the bill to emblem. If that doesn't happen, just let them know they have to bill the secondary. They have to take the secondary. And if there is a doctor refusing to take the secondary, let us know by email. We will help you make that contact. When you do that, give me your name and number, and then you're going to give me the name of the doctor and the doctor's number, and then we will help you take care of that. So don't stress out about that. If they take traditional Medicare, they must take your secondary. There's all this crazy BS that doesn't happen. It does, and it's required. And if your information is in your Medicare account, Medicare can directly bill them after they process your bill. Okay? So that'll be your first homework before you email me, is you're going to look in your Medicare.gov account and make sure your senior care information is in there, because it should be. So next week you will probably, I know our Facebook page will be closed through April 6th. We'll reopen in April, giving everyone a little bit of time off. But what I want you guys to do, for those of you that were on the Albany trip with us, I do want you to go and look at through the book that you were given, and look and see of all the people that you met with or you sat and spoke with. and talked about this issue. Make sure you check off in the book that you spoke with them, and also what they said back to you, or if they committed to giving you their support, etc. So just make those notes, because we will be coming back to you with a survey for you to complete. That way you can give us that feedback, and we know what to do with it at that point. Hey, Roberta, it was great to see you. Thanks for coming up too. We had a really great a number of people that showed up. It was well over 100 people, and we were really excited about that. Those that drove, those that came up on the Staten Island bus or the 2 Manhattan buses, it was pretty good to see everybody. So that's really all I have for this week. We did get to speak to several more legislators. Both the city and the state are both concentrating on getting the budget issues resolved, and there's plenty of budget issues between the mayor and the governor. So once we're hoping that gets some resolution, then our bills will hopefully move a little bit faster than they will be during this time. So if you have any other questions, no, there's still no movement on the copay case yet. That's still kind of floating around. They're finalizing all the ways of that being mitigated. So hopefully that will still happen soon, but still nothing yet to announce to you. So other than just putting everything together for your paperwork. Camille, are Adabo and Call the spot. So it's a Joe Adabo and Charles Fall. Joe Adabo is from Queens. Charles is from Staten Island. Those are our sponsors of our bill. Joe Maniscalco wrote about this, I think today, put up the article. If I didn't share it already, I will share it as soon as this is over. So you have that information. So other than that, there really isn't too much. Yes, Fall, F-A-L-L, Charles Fall. And then several of you saw your own elected officials, which is great because they always like to see their constituents come to see them. Makes them feel special, and they know that you're watching. So that was really great. We saw a couple of them again yesterday, and they were very, they remembered you. They remembered seeing their own constituents and thanked us for bringing them up to them. So that was also nice to see. But there isn't too much else to update you on. Just keep doing what you're doing. There's no homework for you on this issue yet, because I still need to get you a bill number so that when you do call the electeds, and you'll get that homework. That's why you needed that book, so that you have everything right at your hands. But as soon as we have that, so will you. Marianne, you may not have had the time to look at the survey and email that I sent you, but please let me know that you received it. Nope, Carrie, I did not, but I will go back to that. Let me write this down. And I will go back and look for it. And that survey that you're talking about, remind me if I'm correct on this, is that survey for the emblem plan. Love Joe Maniscalco's article. It's frustrating Governor Hochul's mandate requiring bills to undergo a financial review before she allows them to be introduced. We fight on. So from what we're being told is that these bills need a fiscal note, because she was pretty upset that many of the elected are supporting the mayor's tax the rich plan, or rich companies plan. And she then ordered, and this is what we're being told, so this isn't coming from me, I'm relaying this, that the governor told all the elected, because they were supporting this budgetary scheme, that they would all now need fiscal notes for their bills. I hope Adrian isn't advising her. Honestly, I don't think Adrian would have that power or knowledge about how the state works yet, but I hear you. The book we got is not complete list of assembly members or senators. Do you know if there's a reason for this? So could you tell me who is missing? If you can email me as to who is missing in the book, I can go back and take a look at it. I got the book the day you got the book. I never had an advanced copy of it, so I can't tell you who is missing or why. But if you tell me who you know to be missing, I will find out why. I did not print that book up. Our leadership team, advisory team did. Yes, but the email, read the email too, since, oh, okay. Thanks, Carrie. Paula, if you can't hear me, turn up your audio because I could hear me on my own device. Tanisha and company were very helpful. We gave out lots of flyers, but most didn't take to talk to us on the assembly side. There were a lot of people that did speak on the assembly side because they were bringing them out. It was those of us that were stuck over on the Senate side that didn't get to really speak to too many people, as they were either not coming out or they were going in through the back entrance. I thought assembly fall was missing in the book. I don't know. I don't think so, because he would have been your sponsor, but I don't know. I'll go back and look at that. I'm still waiting. Joanne Simon, just off the cuff, but I will look into it. Okay. I will look at that. Yeah, fall is included. Thanks, Greg. That's okay. Don't worry about it. But that's really all I have about that. There's really nothing more to update with you on. There's no calls to make yet. There's nothing for you to do yet. No emails for you to do yet. Nothing. But just hang tight, because we're in that same old typical annual budgetary season where we're not really going to be the focus, but the budget is. The mayor is allowed to raise property taxes, correct? What can Hochul do about it? I don't think she can do much about it. If that's the one power that the mayor does have, is to raise taxes, but he is using that as leverage. Like, if you don't give me money, governor, then I'm going to have to do this, which will piss her off, because then the New York City people will be upset and not want to vote for her for governor. If she doesn't stop that and she allows that to go through. If she's able to stop it, of course, by doing the other finance schemes that they want to do, where she would end up taxing rich corporations or people that make over $1 million, then of course that would happen. But we'll have to see what happens. It's honestly, it's a political leverage game. They're leveraging each other. So, which clearly we've learned in politics this week is the ugly way that they do business, is that they will sell off someone else to make sure that their ass is protected. Yes, thank you, Carrie. Everyone, wishing everyone a happy Passover and a happy Easter. John, raising property taxes and screwing city workforce are two budget things the mayor has control over. Thanks, John. Very interesting. It looked like there were technical problems with the stream. Hope you post your speech. It was incredibly powerful, including how reneging on the promise. I still have to upload the videos and try to get some of that uploaded. I mean, I've been working all day and I'm just kind of tired. So I will try to get the video put together and uploaded into YouTube. When I do, I'll make sure I post it to our Facebook page. Is nobody talking about the stock transfer tax? You know, and that's an interesting question, because I'll probably be back in touch. We actually got to talk to Phil Steck this week about a bunch of things, but this was one that did not come up, although I've interviewed him before on our radio show about this one issue. And it's an interesting thing. And one of the questions that we did raise is whether or not we understand that they're collecting the tax, but they're reimbursing it. It doesn't make any sense why they would do that, other than they feel that they don't need the money, but it doesn't mean that they have to keep it at the level that it was at when it was set back in the 80s. They could always reduce it. London did that, and so did Hong Kong, that they've reduced what they were collecting in the stock transfer tax. And just because you started at a low point doesn't mean you can't incrementally increase it. But that is one way, and the mechanism is already in place or set in motion for them to be able to do that. Why they aren't? Again, because they are afraid that that Wall Street will move to Texas. Someone said the other day they're already building another Wall Street in Texas. I'm not familiar with that, but that's what they are saying. So they're always afraid. And remember, she's been screaming since 2 weeks ago, trying to get the wealthier companies and people to come back to New York that left, especially in light of being able to work remotely or on video chat. You don't need to be physically in New York City. So we'll see what happens. One of the assembly members did mention the stock transfer tax. Now, if you spoke with Phil Steck, Phil was the one that has that bill, and he was the one we interviewed on the radio. Both me and Bob Hennelly did that, and even Joe Maniscalco wrote about it too. There's been many articles written about this, but it was Phil who had the bill. So we'll see where that goes. Mr. Mamdani did not vote for that bill. He didn't vote for the stock transfer tax bill? Now that's interesting. Well, then again, he wasn't on our bill either in the state. But that's a whole nother conversation. Sure, after 2 years ago, she said, don't let the door hit you on the way out. If this, sure, they're running back. Yeah. What can I tell you? But that's really all we have as an update. I mean, literally, I've been gone all week, and you guys had a long road ahead of you, both coming up, getting out early, taking the bus up to be with us, and then taking the bus back. And I ended up staying in Albany until last night. So I am going to relax. You guys need to do the same thing. Take this week off, because hopefully, in a couple of weeks, things will start to tick up a little bit. And on the state side, they're going to end up going into recess for like 2 weeks. And then we'll end up, hopefully when they come back, doing a little bit more work. Yes, thanks, Camille. I did make it home safely. Getting out of here was just a whole nother story, because between TSA, I ended up being on the TSA line in Atlanta for like 4 hours until I can go through security, which was also backed up because there was only 2 SA agents in Atlanta. So I literally got there at like 7, just before 7 in the morning for a 11:30 flight. And I always give myself time anyway, just because of all the implants I have, that sometimes I get caught up in the machines, but with all the metal, whatever. So, but this, I walked into the airport, then had to walk out, and I was looking at one of my old former chiefs. They flew out of Atlanta today, and by the time that they snaked through all the lines, it was over 1.5 miles that they had to walk and wait until they actually got through up to the TSA line. And then she posted that the ICE agents were checking IDs and the TSA agents were checking you through the checkpoints. Now, when I went through, the ICE agents were there, but they didn't do anything. They just stood there, and it was the TSA agents. But this was Monday. Today is Friday, and clearly they've given them more of a role. From what it's looking like, the TSA agents should be paid starting on Monday. But if you look at like major airports, a lot of TSA agents quit because they weren't getting paid and didn't know how long that this would go on. So who knows what the heck that's going to look like, but it's just been the way it is. It's just absolutely crazy. Yes, I will rest. Don't worry. You have a happy holiday too. Marianne, please have some tea and hit the pillow. This was an amazing trip, but we didn't have to face the airline. Yes. And maybe next time we'll try going by Amtrak instead of bus. I don't know. We'll have to look at that. How are donations going? So So Pugsley, we don't do a thermometer unless we're doing a fundraiser, but we haven't done a fundraiser. And typically we wait till after March to do that. Because the donations are typically slow anyway between January and March since the inception of this organization. So we won't start to do a fundraiser until coming into April, which is soon, and we'll start to do them again. But if we're sitting okay, I'm not going to push for more. There's no reason to do that. Right now, I will have a board meeting on Monday. I'll have our treasurer give us a report. And if he tells me I need to push on fundraising as we're going into April, I will. That's when you'll see the thermometers. But I will let you know. Right now, we're sustaining ourselves. I'm not seeing anybody screaming. But thank you for asking. And I'll let you know next week. I'll let you know next Friday. Well, no, you'll see me in 2 Fridays. Utility costs are rising across the board. When's this going to end? New Yorkers, rich and poor, are getting squeezed. What's the state's plan? So, Kenny, I can't tell you what the plan is for utilities, but I will tell you there were plenty of utility people up in Albany screaming over the last 2 days. I think Trump did an emergency order to pay TSA. I think you were right. I know that the Homeland Security bill failed. I think it passed the Senate but failed the House. But I do believe that TSA bill was looking to pass. And then I got busy and didn't go back and check. But there's a lot of people being pinched in a whole bunch of different ways. What does that mean? Are Jewish people allowed in this chat room? I don't know who you are and why you're saying that, because our members are of all faiths and all races, and everybody's welcome. So, and I don't think I've seen you before. Will you have WBAI shows the next 2 weeks? Yes, I will be on WBAI every week, to be quite honest with you. But nothing yet. Yes, you have a good week too, Rosalind. Have a great, great weekend. And I will look for, Carrie, I will look for your email and I will get back to you. Yes, Katie, it was stalled in Congress. Ah, gotcha. Absolutely. Yes, I will rest. You guys rest too, because each and every one of us has had a really long week. And it was definitely a lot of going on. So you guys enjoy yourself. Have a really great weekend. There's nothing for you to do. There's no one for you to contact yet. You don't have any homework to do. Just enjoy your holidays. And when we come back on the 6th, the page will open. If something happens between then and now, you will know, because of course, we'll always break into the page and give you a breaking news announcement. But other than that, if nothing is happening and you don't see it on the page, then there's no reason to break it open. So all of you, I want to thank everyone for coming up. We were really even blessed to have Evelyn Jones-Rich with us. She and Lizette came up to Albany and they made that trek, and Evie even wants to lobby to help us with this bill. So it was really great. It was great to see you too, John, and Work Dash Bites. Yes, you got to meet Joe as well. So you guys have a wonderful weekend. Have a happy Passover and a happy Easter. And I will see you on the radio on Monday at 5 p.m. And I will see you after April 6th, unless some news is breaking. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'll see you soon. Love ya. Bye.
Don't speak what you don't understand. The truth is not in your command. Don't shout about what you think is fake. The decision isn't yours to make. Don't lie about the way things